Hello? I hope you can hear me. Let me get the music playing. Here we go. All right. Welcome. Welcome to tonight's stream. Let me just let everybody know that the stream is live. Uh, okay. Excuse me. Sorry. Okay. All righty. Okay. I'm just letting people know that I'm live. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Okay, there we go. Got that situated. Okay. Now let me just let some people know that I am live. Okay. What would help if I put the link? There we go. Would help if when I'm posting in the go live things, if I was posting a link to the flippin' stream. That would probably help. All right. Posting one last place. Okay. Okay. Okay, alright, so I got all that situated. Why? Oh, okay. Alright, so we have to set everything up. Let's go. So, we'll start here. I guess the short answer of what happened is I got a new computer. And it has a different resolution than before. And to be fair, I should have been... How do I... Can I zoom out here? I don't need a full screen interface. I can't... So, like, that where I have the... I don't know why it's zoomed in so far. I don't know why it's zoomed in so far. Alright, let me try something. Preview scaling. All right. Hold on. Oh. Cool. Okay. Oh. That's not the button I wanted. Okay. I don't know if anybody's gonna come tonight, but we're just doing some chill stuff tonight. We're just doing some chill stuff. Oh, hold on. Think. Starting soon screen. There we go. Why does it keep falling behind whenever I do that? Okay. Awesome. All right, so that's set up, kind of. Now that I know. Cool. I might take these Ko-Fi alerts off because I never get donations to Ko-Fi, and I would prefer if people just donate through the PayPal link, honestly. Because, like, whether they donate through the Ko-Fi or the PayPal link, it still is going to show them my name. Alright, Alright, so, this is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Testing. Okay, good. Got the mic. Alright. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. Cool. Proud of my little drawing. Okay, let's get... Alright, got that. Hey, Silva, did you read the, the stream description for today? I got a new computer, which has a new resolution monitor. So we're just kind of chilling out while I work on setting up all my screens. Might do some gaming later tonight. We'll see. But all right, sure thing. No rush. No rush. Okay, so that's that. So that's where that stops. Actually, hold on. Let me... Source list button. Source. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, and... Okay. Actually, I feel like I need to be bigger here. Let me see. Okay. And a bit of free camera mode. There we go. Cool. So I got a new setup. Instead of using the camera for my laptop like I was using before, now I'm using a camera that I'm borrowing from the Raven 20, who used to live with me, who used to live in the house that I'm at. and had left behind the camera, and I gotta say, camera's working a lot better, and since I don't have to worry about overheating, I can turn on high power mode, which means that I can have the model be even more expressive than before. All right. There we go. Okay. Why is that so far to the left? There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So that's working. Got that. There we go. Yeah, I've got the stream open on one monitor, and I'm working on the other one in order to, like, get all of this situated. Okay. How's that looking? That's looking good. Okay, and I'll move myself over a little bit. So I'm a little bit off center. So that way there's space for me to add memes and stuff in the middle. Let me... How's this look? Let me make chat a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Oh. I might get a new thing instead of having Ko-Fi here all the time. All right. I think we're pretty set. Okay. All right. So we've got starting soon. Let's take a look at that. Okay. Why? Okay, that's fine. Oh, normally I don't have a mic on this, but I turned a mic on this just so I could chat while I'm working on this setup. So if you're wondering where I got these images, I actually got them from Stream Elements. I realized, like, I didn't like how Stream Elements was, I didn't like how Stream Elements was, like, browser-based, and I had to, like, have that set up, and it was just so many things to keep track of. So I think that works good. Hold on. The stream isn't ending. I just need to set up this stuff. Okay. All right, cool. So far this is pretty painless. And so what's funny is that, like, let me switch to another screen first. All right, hello. All right, so this one, this is a mess. So what's funny is that, like, my old monitor, my old laptop, well, my laptop, right, had this setup that it should have been this scale before. But I didn't do that because I didn't want to have to go through this trouble of having to rearrange things, because I'd created everything with the 1280 by 720, and hey Superhero 60, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're just doing kind of a test stream, a setup stream where I'm working on adjusting all my settings in OBS, because I have a new computer, and got a new computer, and with that a new screen resolution. Why? Okay. Okay, let's go to the top here. Okay. This. Okay. Actually, let me move this. Oh, let's make this a little bit bigger. Oh my gosh, I'm about to just remove all the Ko-fi stuff. Because, like, I don't even use Ko-fi. I don't have any content on Ko-fi, but I just put it up, like, because it's a display. Alright. Oh. Cool. Oh my gosh. There's the logo. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I've been trying to move. Okay, let me make this a little bigger. There we go. Cool. Anime boy. There. Okay, cool. So how was your weekend, Superhero 60? You do anything special? Let me boot up. YouTube alerts. I never get YouTube alerts. Which I probably should be worried about. Okay, open office. Here we go. That's what I needed. Just chilling on the weekend? That's cool. Alright. Bit over. Okay. I had to go through a whole thing in order to get a new keyboard. So, I guess, okay, good. That's all works. Cool. Awesome. Outstanding. Actually, hold up. Hold on. I just realized I didn't have the screen maximized. There we go. Cool. So, I ordered the parts for this computer over, like, about a year ago, and I had them sent to Silva, and had Silva assemble it for me. It's funny, I'm probably gonna, like, my next upgrade to get this is I want to get a better CPU. And I just gotta save up for it. But yeah, I think what it's got now should last me for a little while. And it's just been a whole thing of like getting it assembled, getting it shipped, and like all the hullabaloo with getting it sent over has been an entire process. Let me open Notepad. Let's see. On Windows 11, the Notepad app looks so different. Okay. Okay. Streamception. Here. Alright. There we go. There we go. Okay. How does this look? Cool. Awesome. Getting my most used stuff situated. Oh. Okay. What is... Oh, open office is zoomed out a lot. Okay. All right, so that's good. That's the writing stream. That's one of the ones I do most often. So that's neat. What other streams do I do? What other streams? Well, I'm going to be doing a whole lot more streams. What's this? This doesn't need to be a thing. This is essentially a blank. Yeah, this can be removed. When I ported over all of my all my old scenes, it brought with it just a lot of ridiculousness from my my streaming career. Oh yeah, Minecraft. Let me get this set up. If I ever do Minecraft again, I want to be set up for it because I might do it because Silva was talking about wanting to set up some kind of a Minecraft server for them, me, and Hattie. So let me get this set up. Let me get whoop. Make myself a little bit bigger. There we go. Okay. Last thing I need is Minecraft. Might pop open some Minecraft tonight. Some Minecraft. So one cool thing about this, hold on, let me check something. Okay. One cool thing about this camera and having a camera and not worried about stuff is that I can set my model to high power mode, which means that with my model in this setup, it with my model in this setup, it's like a lot easier to like be more expressive. Like there's more of a head tilt, there's more motion. Overall, it's just more. Let me do something. Save setting files. All right. Cool. All right. So that's good. Let's work on setting up. Let's work on setting up the emulators. I normally run 3 emulators, so I'll get those set up, and those are going to be running even better. Those are going to be running even better with the more powerful system. Okay, let's get this situated. All right. Okay. Okay, yeah, that looks good. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Am I having connection issues? It keeps like cutting in and out. Okay. Space. Why is my connection being so silly? Okay. There we go. Just got that in the corner. Cool. Awesome. Ah. Why is my connection being so silly? I have a stronger Wi-Fi card now, so it should be more stable. I also have my bit rate set ridiculously low, so the slightest drop and it goes kapooey. Okay. So there's that. Okay. There's that. There's that. Hello. Are we back? Kind of. Let me take a look at my settings. I don't know what else to change here. I might need to change my... Alright, it's back to normal. We're just having some drop frames tonight. It's okay. So it's okay. 60% of my frames tonight has been dropped frames and messed up stuff. But you know what? Not gonna let that stop me. Okay, I'm getting the hang of doing this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Got that situated. Oh my gosh. Why is all this going so silly? I'm set to 30 FPS. I'm set to 30 FPS. So it should be transferring data at a very... should be transferring data at a very smooth rate. CBR is the best for low. Can I change my bitrate midstream? It's high profile. Let's see if that helps. I tried adjusting one of my settings. Come on. Come on, Wi-Fi. You can do it. Alright. Glad we're not doing gaming tonight. Why is my phone beeping with new notifications? Okay. Yeah, it would help if I put my phone on the charger. I'll put my phone on the charger later because I don't want to overcharge it. My battery's been getting real low. Okay. So now, art stream. What do I have here? Krita, GIMP. Alright. I'm glad that like that it snaps into place. Let me make this larger. There we go. Cool. So far, so good. There we go. Okay. The collab stream I'll deal with later. I don't do a lot of RPG making, so I don't need to worry about RPG Maker right now. I haven't done enough. Don't need a Final Fantasy stream. All right, let's switch over to just chatting. Okay. All right. So that took a little bit of doing, but finally came out all right. What in the world? Why did... Oh, because I hadn't pressed any buttons. Okay. So I have this this new keyboard that like glows a whole bunch, but like it all of a sudden just stopped glowing. And I was like, what in the world's going on? And then I realized I hadn't pressed any buttons on the keyboard in a while, and it like goes to sleep, like it puts the lights to sleep. So that way it's not like always blaring lights in like at night, which I think is very handy. I wish my mouse did that. But that is what it is. Okay. Let's just chill. Alright. Let me try. Alright, good. The different, my faces work. That's good. I want to get used to using those more often too. What else? I think. What is this? Preview, scaling, canvas, hold spacebar and scroll with mouse wheel. Okay, hold on. Oh, geez. Oh. All right. I finally figured out how to do this. Okay. It's funny, after I already finished is when I figure out how to do this more effectively. It's actually really funny. All right. We're situated. Got the giant robot in the corner watching over me. Let me make the mask a little bit bigger. My superhero mask, superhero helmet. All right. So that was interesting. That didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would. Like, started at 8:30, finished about 9:20, so it took a little under an hour to get most of those set up. What do we want to do now? Could do some gaming. The one problem is I don't have my music uploaded yet. So since I don't have my music on here yet, I can't put my playlist on here. Which is not ideal. Definitely not ideal. It's just about getting those like 20 some odd gigs of music. I know, I think it's like 31 gigs of music. Like 27 or 31, somewhere in that range of the music I use for some of my my playlists and stuff. Not just what I use on stream, but just like personal music I listen to. Getting that situated from my laptop to my computer through like uploading it to an SSD is its own nightmare. And what I'm probably gonna do is, after stream is over tonight, I'm gonna start transferring the whatchamacallit, the all the stuff I want from my old computer onto the hard drive, onto the SSD, onto my flash drives, because that's gonna take a while. That's gonna take a while. Okay. Okay. Wonder where Nabaru is. So I got a new keyboard. Let me pull up the picture. I posted it on the Book of Faces so I can grab it. That's not what I was looking for. So I had a whole thing happen. That's not the button I wanted. That looks so messy. Well, it looks messy, but it's me. Let me get this. Save image. Okay. So... this is what my computer setup looks like now. There's the camera sitting there. Got the new monitor. There's my new keyboard with a palm rest. I didn't know if I was going to use the palm rest because I was worried it was going to be like too bulky, but like it fit just fine. I just realized now that I can zoom out here. There we go. Much better. No. There we go. Cool. There's the button I want. There we go. Cool. So my chair is a camping chair. And I use, because I'm always leaning on my left side, I have a pillow folded up over the left armrest so that way it doesn't pinch my nerves on my left arm because I had that happen. There's my computer behind the monitor. It's a little bit messy. Cable management's an absolute nightmare. But it's mine. It's mine. Let's see if there's any cool memes on Facebook. Or if we might boot something up. Actually, now that I have this set up, give me 1 second. I'm going to cycle through my screens real quick in order to make sure I have everything set up the way I wanted to. So bear with me for 1 second, okay? That's fine. Oh, the lips in the Gundam Seed movie. Hello, Silva. I was just adjusting my settings. I mean, the style changed. It's been how many years since Destiny came out? That's fine. We aren't messing with that. Oh, I'm glad I checked because this looks really silly. There we go. Cool. Glad I checked because that looked really silly. Okay. Okay. Oh. Looks like you earned some XP in there we go. There we go. That should be fine. Alright, let me mute my Book of Faces. You all don't have to keep hearing all the things. Okay. Let me see something real quick. Why does that have my head back so far? There we go. That's better. Okay, and this... I'll deal with that later. Actually, I'll deal with that now. That's the point of tonight. Okay. Okay. Oh. Put Hero Girls there. Oh, I like trimmed down the notepad on this one. I remember. No, what was it? It was Alt Tab. That's it. There we go. Cool. Got the notepad fully expanded. And cool. All right, so now if I do another collab writing stream, all right, hold on. If I do another collab writing stream. Hey, Nabiru, how was your weekend? You do anything exciting? There we go, that's better. Long but all right. Ooh, what'd you do? Just watched anime. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. Okay. There's like nothing above us. There we go. An evil gift wrap job. Oh, nice. In case you didn't notice from the stream name, I got a new computer which has a new like screen resolution. And like the thing is, it's the same screen resolution as my old one, but I didn't have it set up properly before, so I'm actually setting it up properly now. Also, how's the audio sound? Does this sound as good as normal? Better than normal? Like, how does the audio sound? Okay. Normal to you on your headphones? Okay. So, there was this whole thing that I still haven't entirely gotten to the bottom of yet, where on my computer, the computer has 3 like 3.5 millimeter headphone jack ports, right? One of them is a microphone, is a line in, and when I plug it in, it reads that there's a microphone, right? But it doesn't pick up any audio from the microphone. The other one is audio out, and it reads that as an audio out input, and it sends out audio just fine through that one. And the third one is, I think, supposed to be a combined one. But like, because when I plug it into there, it like reads as a microphone in, and I think as a headphone out. But it doesn't pick up any audio in, and it doesn't give any audio out. So since I use a headset that has a microphone on it for my stuff, so I just normally need one plug for it, I was like, oh no, what do I do? But I ended up being really lucky, blessed, whatever you want to call it, because about 4 years ago, I had a thing where I thought that my the laptop I was using, I thought the headphone port had stopped working, so I'd ordered it was like a $10 or $15 external USB sound card. And it turned out that all I needed to do with that laptop was update the drivers, and it worked fine. But I've hung on to the sound card this whole time, and so now I'm using that right now, which is like, it's kind of awkward because the cable for the headset has to like run around my computer, into like has to run around my monitor into my computer, which is kind of messy, and I get caught on the monitor sometimes. But like, I'm doing my best with what I've got. And I was really hoping to not need to use up another USB slot. I might look into getting a dedicated sound card, an internal one, or maybe getting some USB dongles to like some USB splitters, so that way I could plug in like my laptop and mouse in one thing or something like that. But I'm glad it sounds fine. I'm glad it's working. I'm very lucky. This went really well so far tonight. So how'd the D&D thing go, Silva? I saw you all gain some XP. Did you make it to the end of the arena fight or whatever you were doing? Is that what you were doing in the arena, or were you doing a one shot? What were y'all doing, Silva? A one shot. Oh, okay. Did you find anything useful? Is this another one of those times where you didn't get enough sleep and it's coming back to haunt you? Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. All right. We'll keep. I'm trying to figure out where I want the eyes to be, because I don't have eye tracking on this on vMagic Mirror. It doesn't do eye tracking. It's very simplified. It doesn't do like face tracking per se. It tracks like the location of the face and upper body. But like, it is a bit iffy. but one of the things I have to do is select where I want my character to look at. And normally I have it look at nothing, where it's just like I'm looking based on where my head is and where I'm doing stuff. But like now I tried getting it set to like look at the user, at the person on the camera, and like I have to figure out how I want to calibrate things. Like, hold on. And there we go. Okay. All right. Cool. Awesome. You just zoned out. It was one of those things. Yeah, that sucks, Silva. So I played a little bit of Warframe last night, which was nice. Catching back up on the Frame of Wars. I played a bunch of Monster Hunter Rise, which was fun. I was able to play with my partner and her friends. And... well, they're my friends too, but like friends in family, you know what I mean. Which was nice. We got to do a bunch of hunting. I finally managed to make it to high rank. Which that's cool. Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 dropped. I hope people are enjoying it. It sounds like it's a really big deal. I just saw a thing that said that they were prepared for 100,000 concurrent players, but they're at 700,000. I'm like, well, you know, that happens. When you release a popular game, it's popular. You know? All right. Okay. Let's see if there's any cool memes to react to and share on the Book of Faces now that I've got all this set up. This didn't take as long as I thought it was going to be. I didn't know, because like, and it's one of those things where like I put off doing this whole thing like for years when I realized after I'd set up all of the scenes on after I'd set up all the scenes in OBS, I realized that I had set with the wrong resolution. And I was like, should I fix it? But then I just didn't want to go through with it, so I just never fixed it. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna like do stuff right this time. And actually fix stuff when it's broken. And have proper resolution on my streams. Like streaming's a hobby for me. This is a thing that I really enjoy doing. It's something I'm kind of passionate about, and I want to do as well as I can. It's funny, we had some dropped frames in the beginning, but it looks like things finally cleaned up. Hey Tibonius, I heard y'all had a crazy time at the cemetery for the D&D thing. It was something. Hopefully they found something useful for all that time and effort. Oh, it's been going good. So I'd say about a year ago, it feels like about a year at least, I ordered Yeah, I heard about that, Tibonius, but it happens. Like, ADHD really kicks you around sometimes. Or ADD, whatever Silva has. Um, and I ordered the parts for this computer, and I had them sent to Silva's house for Silva to, like, assemble and then mail back to me. And it's been this long process of, like, getting all the parts, making sure I had the right parts. I almost ordered the wrong parts. And all that jazz. So it's just been a whole nightmare with that. And then finally getting it shipped out, and the computer finally arrived. So after years and years of using laptops that I got from pawn shops, I actually have a kind of pseudo gaming PC. Only thing that's been really bugging me is the headphone jacks don't work the way I want them to. They can do audio out, but they don't do microphone in, which is kind of problematic. So now I had an old USB sound card that I had from an old computer that I thought the headphone jack had been donked out on, had failed on me. And so I'm using that right now, and so far it seems like it's working good. So I'm glad that that's working. As long as that stays working, stuff should keep going pretty well. The alternatives are not super great. The alternative for as far as using a microphone is to plug it in through my controller, and that's really scratchy, really low quality audio. And then I ran into this other, like, kind of chaotic thing where I'd bought like this. It's like the cheapest gaming keyboard from Walmart. It wasn't like the $10 keyboard that is just a keyboard. It actually was like a light up, but it was the Walmart brand, the On brand, right? And I bought that keyboard for the computer. And then I noticed that, like, it kept spamming the enter button. Like, it was like messing with my text documents. Or like I would be doing stuff, or I'd click on things. Like, I got a 1-hour ban from Facebook because I clicked like on something and the keyboard kept spamming the enter button so fast it looked like I was liking and unliking the same post a million times. And I was like, oh no, I'm not dealing with that at all. And I also had stuff where, like, it was opening documents. Like, I was playing Monster Hunter Rise and I didn't realize it, but it just kept opening new instances of these documents in the background, and I was like, oh dear, oh no. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to deal with that. I was like, I could try fighting with it, working around it, but I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to return it. I have the receipt. I kept the receipt for just such a time as this. I'm just going to return it. So I did. I returned it. I traded it in. I got this other keyboard. It was like a $40 keyboard, but it was on clearance. I don't know why it was on clearance. But it was on clearance from Walmart. And so far it's pretty good. It had it has a wrist support thing. And, like, at first I wasn't going to use the wrist support thing because I thought it would be too big, but it ended up being just the right size, and it's so much more comfortable, and it feels a lot like having my hand on the laptop. And this keyboard, the keys are much larger, so it's much more comfortable to type on, which is really cool. So that's been good. All right. Yep, get that boss fight tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We'll see how all the stuff comes together. Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships were this weekend. Apparently, a guy from the USA won the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships this weekend. There was so many memes. Yeah, there were so many memes about the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships because all the coverage, like, it looked like they were like in an office space or a school or something, and everyone was like, you couldn't get a like something a little bit nicer for the World Championships. Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Right near where he is. Okay. The promotional image is like super cool and like is like this dark room with this like confetti raining down and the person holding a trophy, and it's like the side profile. So like it's like really cool. Makes it look like it was a lot more fancy than it was. Meta Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels now. Can you OTK? No. Then you got a high chance of losing, a low chance of win turn 2. Yeah. Yeah, like it's funny because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is slowly starting to develop these like fan-made formats, right? At least it seems slow from my perspective because I don't interact with them very much, right? And I hear the most popular like fan-made format right now is Edison format, which is really funny because I was at Edison, New Jersey. I was at the final YCS. I don't know what he played. I don't know what he played, and I'm not going to detract from his skill or his competency. Even though I'm not a big fan of a lot of the stuff happening in the meta, it's like Edison strikes this odd balance because like GOAT format is really slow and plotting, set a card, set pass, set pass. Until something happens. But like Edison, there's actually combos and stuff, but it's like there's a lot more interaction and it takes multiple turns to get stuff off. OTKing was a lot more rare and a lot more difficult. The American played Dragon Link? Okay. Yeah. And like, that's cool. But you know, that's interesting seeing how that all pans out. I had to spend so much money on groceries and stuff that I needed. Okay. So I'm looking at the stream right now, and it's like, it's very interesting because the stream on YouTube looks a lot darker than the stream on OBS looks like to me. And I'm wondering if this is some kind of a filter thing or if it's a thing with my screen. If it's a thing with my second monitor just being too dim. Hold on. Let me pull something over. Nope, even on my main monitor, it is darker. Oh, okay. Yeah. I gotta figure something out then. I gotta work on brightness. Gotta make things a little bit brighter if I want. Yeah, I gotta make things a little bit brighter. How can I make things even brighter? Can I do anything? Nope, I can't do squat. I don't see any, like, gamma... Huh. Okay, got the preview. Let me try one other thing. Let's ask Google. Let's start, okay. I don't want a video. Source filters. Add color correction. Okay. Alright. Well, this is fine. Let's do... Alright. So I just gotta adjust color correction for everything. Let's do the background first. Let's do, what do we do? Color correction. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, that's better. I don't know what Drone's gonna do with Kevin. Like, I said that, like, I was gonna leave Kevin behind if he attuned to the ring. But, like, if the ring really attuned to him without his knowledge and without his intent overnight, that looks better? Okay. Actually, that's a little bit too bright. Hold on. Ba-ba-da. Want it a little bit better. Okay. Okay, and there we go. Okay. That's a bright color. Okay. Oh, great. That'll be chaotic. Ah. Color correction. Brightness going. Ooh, that's much better. That's alive. Okay. There we go. Just took a little bit to turn up the brightness a little bit. That's better. Okay. It's very interesting seeing how this looks comparing what's on OBS to what pumps out of YouTube. It is very different. Like, my OBS is like so bright right now that like it just looks faded out. It just looks faded out. Now let me check my other screens. All right, that's fine. Let me do something with... Oh, that'll be a conversation, Timonius. Okay. Okay. You know, it's funny, like, I've been streaming for over 5 years now. And like, at no point do I ever remember, thank you. At no point do I ever remember in any of like the suggestions pages, nope, anyone saying, yeah, you're gonna need to be like super bright in OBS in order to appear normal in, like, I remember like talked about like for like regular face cam streaming needing a lot of lighting and a lot of lighting being really important. But like, I don't remember anyone saying for VTubing that like for your virtual avatar, you're going to need in OBS to have the brightness cranked up to 11 in order to make everything look decent. Let me see. Like, this looks so much better now. Let me get... Okay, let me... You know what? Thank you, Tibonius. I'm glad it looks better. Like, this is the first time in a long time that I actually have the stream open on another window in YouTube. So I'm actually seeing what YouTube is displaying for the first time in a while, which is pretty bad because I probably should do that for most of my streams anyway, especially my just chatting streams when I don't need to have something up on the screen that I'm doing. I should probably be doing that more often. But like, it's just the kind of thing you don't think about. Let me make filter. Oh. Okay. 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 That looks better. Okay. What do I want to do? Like, YouTube chat looks... Oh, what did you message me, Tom? I mean, Tibonius. Sorry. Oh. About the World Championships, the finals. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. I'll probably check it out at some point. All right. Okay. So we've got that situated, which is good. Do I want to do something to YouTube chat? Let me see. Let's do... Oh, that's cool. Okay. Let's turn up the brightness. Okay. Okay. All right. Tonight's been a good stream for setting stuff up. That's nice. Now I have an idea of like what I have to do to everything in order to make it come out better on OBS. So that's good. I wonder. Yeah, that's definitely one way to look at it, Tibonius. Playing around with the settings. Wait, did you say 40 burial sites? I thought there was only like 10. I don't know why I thought there was 10. I don't know. I don't remember ever hearing that, but for some reason I just thought there was like 10. Huh. Yeah, drone's probably gonna flip. I mean, as long as they turned up something useful, something that's going to be productive to make it valuable and worth that. Okay. But as long as they turned up something to make it valuable and worth it, then... Which Zandra can explain, I'm sure. I'd like to think as Drone is a very laid back kind of paladin. Like, not as like enforcing his will onto others. I like to think of him as a very laid back kind of communicative paladin. As long as you can show him there's a good reason for what you're doing, there's a necessity, then like he normally tends to go along with stuff. Let me see. The snot lady is a good reason. Okay. Oh, that's exciting. Oh no, that looks worse. Let's see if this comes out any better. I was adjusting the visual slightly because I accidentally turned it down a little too far. Gotta wait for that. No, that's too far. It's not a good time from the sounds of it. Okay. Hid from the bone-sucking creature. Okay. Well, we know there's dangerous things in the swamp. Yeah, because Zandra takes everything head on. There, that's better. Okay. Let me try adjusting. Let's see what this looks like if I turn up the brightness just slightly on my character. Just slightly. Looking over to see what happens. That looks a little bit too bright. That looks just... Ooh. Let's see. Yeah, that's just a hair too bright. Let's make it a little bit darker. I realized I could change like the hue shift, the contrast, the gamma. Let's see what we got. Turning that down a little bit more. Yeah, but if Zandra hides, you know it's some kind of like deadly thing, because Zandra will fight anything. that's part of like that's one of the interesting things that like I think that's one of the things about Zandra that like both draws people to her, but also some like can like drive people up the wall, is that like she has this adventurous and independent, this fiercely independent personality, and will is never afraid to go into dangerous situations, and is like she's the kind of leader you want to follow because she would never ask you to do something that she wouldn't do herself. But then she tends to like go into these situations because of her fiercely independent attitude that like end up being extremely dangerous and taking what can seem like in hindsight to be unnecessary risks. And that is like yeah, that's part of the complex individual that is Zandra. Let's see if this looks better with this. It's such a small detail to change the brightness on the mech, but like part of me wants that to actually look better. Because right now it just looks a bit darker than I want. Yeah, there we go. Just a little bit better. Yep. Just a little bit better. Well, tonight's been revolutionary. Now that I'm actually looking at stuff. I know that they say, like, it's funny because, like, a lot of people will say, do test streams, do private test streams so you can adjust the brightness and things as you see fit. But, like, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say, yeah, you're going to need to turn it up by 0.2%, of the, 0.02% of the brightness is going to need to be turned up. Helmi is an interesting conundrum for Drone, because like Drone doesn't want to like trivialize or disrespect Helmi's experiences, but like Drone also is getting kind of tired of like the constant like hostility and looking for excuses to blame Drone. Like nothing's really happened, but just knowing at the back of his head that if he slips up in even the slightest way, that there's a chance Helmi's gonna latch onto it as an excuse, just gets a little bit tiring. It's an interesting thing, but also Helmi seems to be, yeah. And that, like, for Drone, that just gets tiring to have in the core group of friends. Even if nothing's happening, just knowing that it's there, can be frustrating. Because like it tends to color how Drone acts and interacts with Helmi. And then there's the whole thing with like Helmi seeming very like disengaged from a lot of the I wouldn't want to do that. Like, I wouldn't want to like magically force her to change her opinion. But I would like to try to like build some kind of awareness to be like, okay, your village was attacked by constructs. Your village, I was not one of those constructs that attacked your village. But like, it's a lot. And yeah, Helmy leans into this idea of like, because I think it's like, it was kind of silly because Helmy's player was talking about like having low intelligence, but like Helmy has like 10 intelligence. Like Helmy has average level intelligence. But like it's this dichotomy of like where it seems kind of silly, but also I'm not gonna tell someone how to play their character, right? Like that's part of the freedom of TTRPGs is you can play your character however you see fit. But then it just becomes like how that meshes with the rest of the party. And yeah, it's just an interesting thing. Alrighty. Okay then. Probably. All right. Yeah. Like it's you bring up a really good point, Tibonius, about like in those kind of situations where like someone is being prejudiced against another member of the party, it comes down to the party to like step in and be like, hey, this isn't. Yeah. And I think it gets into this weird gray zone, right? Because right. Garza has said that like if Helmy tries to do anything, Garza would fight. Which didn't like it had Helmy is a very weird cleric. Well, very, very different than like what I would expect. Because like when yeah, Varric definitely did stand up for Drone. It's this thing where like when confronted with that, Helmy's first response was to say, I could take you, Garza. You think that you'd be able to fight me, blah, 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 blah. And like, that was just a odd response. And then like there's the whole thing where, like, yeah. Yeah. There is that, but like also healing in battle, healing doesn't do a whole lot. Yeah. Once Garza got her new armor, I think Garza would be with that plate armor would be a pretty good match for Helmy. And I think if Helmy ever tried anything, obviously Drone is going to be helping with the fight, right? Drone isn't gonna like sit there cowering while Garza does all the fighting. That's not who Drone is. So like I think between Drone and Garza, like I think Helmy would have a rough time. Yeah, healing just delays a turn. And like that's your average like high level healing spell at Helmy's level is healing like 25 to 30, and Garza with the great sword is cranking that out like per swing. But yeah, it would be interesting. It would be interesting to see how it all pans out. All right, actually, this got me thinking. All this brightness stuff got me thinking. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Let me switch over to. I'm gonna have to like do another test stream where I boot up all my emulators and check the brightness of all of those. That's gonna be an entire experience. Because it does no good if the games themselves are super dark. Just because I'm visible, if the game itself is super dark and you can't see the details, that's just not enjoyable to watch. Yeah. I will definitely give Helmy that Helmy Helmy is like the representative of like people that have that entire like yeah. I see what you mean, Tibonius. I definitely see what you mean. Well, no, Silva, Tibonius is saying that like Helmy is the person who represents that section of the population for the group, and Helmy is kind of the only one in the group that holds that that like holds that opinion. That is like, yeah. Let me switch over to the writing stream. Okay. Kevin's silly. What word count do I have over here? Okay. The Notepad app got changed in Windows 11. And it's so different. And it's like, it's really bizarre for me because in Windows 10, I use the Notepad app. I use the Notepad app all the time in Windows 10. I have pages upon pages of files that are saved in the Notepad app that I just used. It was my go-to app if I had an idea and I just needed to quickly jot it down, or if I needed to take notes in game. I use the Notepad app for everything on Windows 10. But now that I'm on Windows 11, I'm at this interesting like thing where they completely revamped a lot of the stuff for like, now you can have multiple tabs in the Notepad app, and like the way it saves is different. And like its look is different. It's just very different. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh dear. Hold on, let me see if this looks over on here. You can set it to dark mode. Oh, that's so cool. You can set it to dark mode, and you can set it to word wrap, so I don't always have to like enter every time. So I can just write, and it'll just make things the right size. That's really cool. Let me see. Yeah, it does look great. All right, we've got about an hour left to stream. We've done a lot of settings. This doesn't seem like it needs the brightness turned up at all. Let me actually, wait, let me actually look at... Oh, geez, yeah, that definitely needs the brightness turned up. Especially if I'm going to use it in dark mode. Give me a second. I'm glad I checked. My thing right now is to crank it up by like 0.02%, which seems to be compensating pretty well. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. Okay. Hold on. Let me try turning up the brightness a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. Okay. Okay, it doesn't... Oh, let me see. Okay, alright, so the different tabs are still in the same window. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, that is definitely good to see. Let me try... Let me try kicking over to OpenOffice and see. Ooh. That actually looks too bright. That's... Okay, let's see what I can do here. This actually looks way too bright. Let me see. Okay. Let's see how this works, if this changes it up a little bit. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's a little bit better. Okay. All right, that one I turned down the brightness instead of turning up the brightness. Let me... Oh, okay. Yeah, I need to turn down the brightness even further. Okay. Actually, let me try turning up the contrast. Okay. Really? You could word wrap in 10? I didn't know that. I always pressed enter all the time, Silva. Okay. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Let me turn the brightness back up. Did I just need to adjust contrast? Was that what it needed? I just needed to adjust contrast. Okay. All right. So I've got the brightness to normal. Just had to adjust the contrast. I really need to learn what these different terms mean of like gamma, contrast, brightness, saturation, hue shift. I know what opacity does. Okay. Let's see. That is... Okay. Let's see what we got. There we go. Contrast and brightness are turned up. That looks much better. Much clearer. Let me look at... Hold on. Let's see if this does anything. Oh no. Whoop. That's not what I want. Ooh. That's better. Now you can actually see the chat on this. Because you couldn't really see the chat on this before. I just turned up the contrast. I don't entirely know what that does, but it seems to have done a lot better. It seems to be working. Good. Let me jump over to just chatting and see what that looks like. It looks so silly. Oh yeah, that's very visible. What about... Yep, that's very visible there. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep, that looks good. This background... Yeah, this is the same background. Okay. Okay. The stream looks vastly better. All right. So, what should we write about in the last like hour? What should we write about? Let's do something silly. Let's do a writing prompt. Let's see if I can crank out some kind of like an outline or short story or something in an hour. In the last hour of stream, now that we've got everything situated. Oh yeah, let me remove this. Word count from when I was keeping track of the word count of my novel. Okay. All right. What do I want to write about? Maybe something about drone? Let's write something about drone and what he wants. No, let's write about a different character. Because I do so much stuff with drone anyway. And I'm going to do plenty of that on Wednesday. Alrighty. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm back. My roommate wanted to talk because we're planning some stuffs. Hello. And my roommate's gonna use one of my old laptops for watching some anime. I gotta set up one of my old ones. Not my most recent one, because that one seems to be having problems with its battery. But gotta set that up. Okay, let me. All right. All right. All right. We got about hour. It's funny. I was talking to my roommate and I was like, "I'm just finishing up. Can you give me about an hour?" And he's like, "If you're just finishing up, it's not going to take you an hour." And that's one of those things that comes from like language communication. Dealing with bosses that were extremely impatient and not willing to like work with me, or that dealing with work situations that were often very hostile, it led to situations in which I would say I'm almost done when I wasn't really almost done, because I just would want them to leave me alone. And that's like a stress. I don't want to quite call it a trauma response, but it definitely is a stress response. Ah. Oh, okay. What do I want to write about? You know what? Where are they? Let me go to my writing page and just go to a writing prompt, a random writing prompt. Yes, classic writer syndrome, exactly. Here we go, fantasy plot generator. We're gonna say any genre. Give me a number between 1 and 6, chat. Give me a number between 1 and 6. I'm 4. Okay, superhero 64. That is not the button that I wanted. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Protagonist is a sheriff who always has bad luck. Secondary character is an heiress who's manipulative. It's a historical mystery about blackmail. It kicks off in Amsterdam with the disappearance of a recent groom. Note the house is haunted in the story, and there's a twist. The protagonist's parent is the villain. Ooh. This one's a spicy one. This one's leaning more towards a kind of sorry. This one leans more towards like a romance story. Let's copy. Like a 90s. Doesn't everything feel like a 90s anime? Okay. So let's turn this into a story. Okay. When I think of sheriff, I think of like Wild West. Oh, it says in Amsterdam. I don't know anything about Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. Position. We'll say that the groom, recent groom, so we'll say that the groom disappears on the wedding day. They had so many. Alright. Rich son of a empire. Disappears on our wedding day. To Ooh, I know the angle we'll play. I know exactly the angle we'll play. We'll say the sheriff and the heiress, childhood friends. All right. While working together to solve the mystery. This has to be about blackmail. Oh. Why does it have to be about blackmail? She manipulated via blackmail. Okay. Do... Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay. If this is a romance story, it's gotta have a cheesy like ending when there's no real bad guy, because romance stories very rarely have actual bad guys. Manipulative main character with blackmail. All I could think is countless stories where a soon blackmails the main character who shouldn't care, but the story forces him to. Yes. Oh my gosh. Except this time it's going differently, where the main character is the sheriff. And it becomes a mystery. And it starts with this idea that the sheriff and this heiress were childhood friends, and their families thought that they would fall in love and be happy together because, like, you know, childhood friend angle, all that stuff, right? But the heiress became consumed by her parents' debts and her fears that she would inherit her parents' debts and that she would be poor, that she would lose everything, and that her life would be over if she inherited her parents' debts. So she used blackmail to blackmail the son of a rich production company to gain whatchamacallit. Yeah, the son of a rich production company in order to gain his fortune in order to pay off her family's debts. But then on the day of her wedding, the groom goes missing. There's tons of rumors that the groom's house, the groom's family home is haunted, and that the ghosts have consumed him. That the ghosts consumed him on the night before the wedding, out of shame for him marrying someone with so much debt. And then the sheriff and the sheriff, who has tons of bad luck, has to work with the heiress in order to solve this mystery to figure out what happened to the groom. And in the end, you find out that it was all the sheriff's mother. In the end, it's revealed that the sheriff's mother kidnapped the groom so that she could engineer a situation for the sheriff and the heiress to fall back in love again. The groom is rescued, and in exchange for dropping the blackmail and letting him out of the marriage, the groom agrees not to press charges on the sheriff's mom. Even with the debts, and the sheriff and the heiress work hard to live happily ever after. There. I'd say it's a pretty good story. I'd say that's a pretty good story. I'm not sure that it would make a novel. I think it would make a nice little short story. So when I was growing up, I read a lot of cheesy romance novels. That was like a big part of my reading growing up. My mom had a whole collection of them. And it's not how I learned to read, but it's how I came to love reading, I think, in a lot of ways. Well, I mean, I like to read already, but like I was just doing so much reading. And I used to dream of being a romance novelist. I remember I was reading these guides for how to write romance novels, and like how to crank out romance novels at high speed, so that way like you're eventually one of your romance novels will get picked up if you just keep cranking them out. Like, you know, one a month or something. And it was very interesting. it was an interesting experience delving into everything, you know. Okay. All right. So we crafted a little story, filled in the blanks. Now let's come up with names for the characters. I don't know what kind of names are what's even spoken in Amsterdam. Dutch. Amsterdam speaks Dutch and English. It's got over 90% of the population speak English at the level of a comparative to a native English speaker. That's funny. Aren't like a lot of things legal in Amsterdam? I don't know why this prompter decided that why this prompter just decided that the story was set in Amsterdam. I was gonna set it in the Wild West. You know what? I'm gonna make an executive decision to change the setting here. Because I don't know enough about Amsterdam. I also don't know a whole bunch about the Wild West. But Wild West is, what do you think, Sil? You think the Wild West is overused? If it's got to be historical, that's my first thought. Either that or like a Victorian, Wild West in the Netherlands. I wasn't going that far. Okay. So there's the generic outline. Yeah, but I was gonna drop the Wild West theme, but it's like historical, like in that time period. What are common Amsterdam names? The 1800s. We'll make this in the... Dutch names in the Netherlands. There are a lot of rules for what you can name your kids in the Netherlands. That's funny. All right. Sheriff is named The randomizer really gave you a hard one. Historical mystery drama with sheriffs and nobility. Yeah. Yeah, the randomizer took me for a ride, Nabiru. It really did. Say Thomas. San. That's different. Okay. Thomas. Ooh, I have an idea. Okay, I think I know how to flavor this. Choose blackmail, proving he was spending a lot of time. Um, late wife. So this guy's a widower. Dennis is a widower. Ba, 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 ba. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I like this keyboard. It types really well. Okay. Ghosts took him, so that deals with the haunted. No note is left. There's very few clues. Now when her future is on the line. Okay. Oh, we're moving Dennis. They all find their happily ever after. Okay. All right. So, I fleshed out a little bit from what I had there and added more details, and I like this better. There's something to think about. The original Game Boy and the CD player are historical products. You're not wrong, Nabiru. Sorry if I didn't respond earlier. I was in the flow, Nabiru. I was just writing. Okay. So, Thomas and San were childhood friends and courted each other at a young age, but San became consumed with fears of losing all her money to her family's debts. She ended her relationship with Thomas and sought out Dennis, the son of a large production empire. She used blackmail, proving that he had been spending a lot of time in the red light district, even during his late wife's, during the life of his late wife. You're not wrong, Nabiru. She threatens to spread rumors that his infidelity contributed to her failing health, something about a broken heart. Dennis agrees to marry San in exchange for the destruction of the proof of his infidelity, but on the wedding day, he disappears. Rumors spread. Some people think he ran away. Some people think that his family mansion is haunted and that the ghosts of his ancestors took him to prevent him from marrying someone with so much debt. And shaming their family name. Thomas gets called in to investigate the kidnapping. No note is left, and there are very few clues. Thomas has always been notorious for having bad luck, and San refused to trust him to do the investigation on his own. Not when her future is on the line. As they investigate together, they slowly start to rekindle their old feelings for each other as the clues lead them to familiar places where they reminisce about times gone by and how happy they were together. Eventually, Thomas puts the pieces together and he realizes that the only one who could have known to leave clues to lead them to all of those places had to be his mother, Johanna. He realizes that his mother was trying to lead them to fall back in love while removing Dennis from the situation. When they confront his mother, they find Dennis being held at her cottage in the woods. By this time, Thomas and San have fallen back in love and want to find a way to make their future work together. Their future together work. San agrees to destroy the evidence of Dennis' time at the red light district and let him back out of the marriage in exchange for him not pressing any charges against Johanna for kidnapping him. It's rough, but they all eventually find their happily ever after. And with 4 minutes left to spare in the stream, I wrote a short story based on a randomized prompt. I love this keyboard. I'm hoping that it keeps working. This came out pretty well. I'm honestly very surprised at how well this came out. So one thing about my old laptop and setting up my old laptop for my roommate is that like the bezel in one of the hinges is damaged. So you have to like open it really carefully on one side. I have to set this thing up. Yeah, the battery's completely dead. Yeah, I gotta charge this thing up. No, I can't let my roommate use this. It's just gonna break on him. But my old laptop's battery's just been dead. Oh my gosh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Anyway, let's wind down. Wait a second, hold on. Oh, okay. This is... I was scared for a second because, like, I switched over to open YouTube to look at the stream on YouTube to see what it looks like, right? And I didn't realize that the stream had paused whenever I tabbed out to go to another page. So it was like a while behind from before I started typing, and I just looked at it. And it was just like it was blank, and I was like, "Oh no!" I felt my stomach drop for a moment. I was like, "Don't tell me I've been doing this whole time," and it was completely blank. But no, everything's fine. Okay. I was so scared. I was so scared. My roommate wants to borrow my laptop in order to watch some anime tomorrow for his day off. And I'm like, I guess I could try setting something like that up. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Let me save this. What should I call it? What should I call it, chat? The Mystery of the Haunted Mansion. Which is really funny because the Haunted Mansion is such a minor part of the story. But the rumor is that the Haunted Mansion took the groom. And it pulls this like red herring where like you read the title and then you're expecting the Haunted Mansion to play a big part of it, and then at the end of it all, you find out that the mansion wasn't the thing at all. A share of strife. A share of strife. Mystery of the Haunted Mansion. Not bad. For 1 hour of work and a random generator, I think that came out pretty well. What do you think, chat? I could flesh it out. I could probably turn it into like a short novel. You're right, it was just a short story. Like, I could expand it. I could do a whole lot more with it. Build up the characters, do some flashbacks, explore more of the backstory, flesh out the entire thing, add a bunch more characters, add more conflict, actually come up with the clues that she's solving. That's the hardest part, I think, for me of like writing a mystery, is I have to come up with the clues that the characters are following. And they have to be not entirely obvious, but they have to like make sense enough that the reader can follow along with what's happening. And it's kind of funny. Oh. Anyway, let's wind down for the night. Whoop. That looks so much better now that it's not so dark anymore. All right. The things we do. Wow. Tonight was fun. Turned into a little impromptu writing stream. Did a whole bunch of stuff fiddling with the settings with my computer. Barbara. Gonna save that, the mystery of the haunted mansion. Maybe I'll come back to it later. We'll see. Anyway, thank you all for putting up with this. Thank you for coming along on this adventure with me as we've like made my stream look so much better. Got everything situated. Got the hang of this new camera. It's been an adventure all the way around. And I'm grateful to each and every one of you for making it so amazing. So yeah, let's wind down for the night. For those of you who don't know, I normally like to say some positive things and say some positive affirmations about my viewers at the end of the stream. Because I believe it's important for us to all hear positive things about each other and to say positive things about each other too. So to Silva, Superhero 60, Nabiru, Tabonius, and anyone else who watched the stream and didn't say anything, and anyone who watches this VOD afterwards, I want to say that I love all of you and that I believe in each and every one of you. I think that each one of you is truly precious, important, and unique. I think that you all are worthy of love, and I believe that all of your hopes and dreams are important and have value. I believe that each one of you makes this world a better place by being in it, and I'm grateful every day to live in a world with you in it. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for giving me your time, your attention, and your energy. Thank you for contributing and being a member of this community. Always remember the Star Hunter motto: shoot for the stars, have wonderful adventures, live your dreams, and always stop to enjoy the memes. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing here on YouTube, then you can subscribe and ding the notification bell. It will let you know whenever I go live and when I release any new content. Please make sure you're still subscribed, because sometimes the system will automatically unsubscribe people, or so I've heard. And that would be very not nice. If you have any friends, enemies, co-workers, best friends, family members, anyone you think might enjoy my content, feel free to show them my content or invite them to the next stream. Next stream is going to be Friday at 8:30 p.m. EST. Not sure what we're going to do yet. Hopefully it won't be a setup stream now that we've got everything up and running. Hopefully we might do some gaming. Don't know what game we might play. I don't know. Well, it's all up in the air. Let's not get too ambitious. So we'll see what happens. And sorry, I lost my train of thought. I do ask that you like the stream. It helps the algorithm with pushing it out to more people. I do want to expand this community and get more people here so we can have more people to hang out with and spend time with. This is my hobby. This is something that I love doing, and this is something that I have a great deal of fun doing, and I think it'd be even better to have more people to spend time with. If you want to keep up with what I'm doing outside of YouTube, you can follow me on X, Twitter, Zitter, whatever you call it now, and join my Discord. Links to both of those are in the description down below. Also, always remember, you're never required to donate to be here. You're never required to pay to be welcome here. You are welcome to be here and be valuable and worthwhile and capable, and that I'm grateful to have your time, energy, and attention as payment enough. With that said, if you ever feel motivated to donate to improve the stream or to improve my life, there are links where you can do that in the description down below. I am grateful to each and every one of you that has donated in the past, that has helped me with so many things and made so many things possible in my life that would not have been possible otherwise. Thank you to all of you for being amazing. Thank you to each and every one of you. And with that said, like I said, next stream is going to be Friday, 8:30 p.m. EST. We'll see what happens. We'll see what we do. Keep track of Twitter. I'll probably post a little bit before the stream starts at 8:30 p.m. EST. And I'll probably post like between 7 and 8 what I'm going to be doing. We'll see what happens. Have a good week, and always hunt your stars.